people who support tariffs usually don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what tariffs are. They don't know what it actually is. Tariffs are something that customers pay. And because if the business absorbs it, so does the customer. Kansas and Missouri went big for Donald Trump, but his tariffs are gutting them now. The fact remains that Donald Trump doesn't understand tariffs and he doesn't understand what retaliatory tariffs are. The thing is, he thinks that if they're bringing in stuff, that they'll continue to do so if it's taxed even more. The problem is now we are having supply side issues, and we thought we were having them during COVID and under Biden, but now it's far worse because not even American people can, not even those who are domestically located can get their supplies because he's taxed all these different countries and now they can't get a doggone thing. Now, China, of course, is the biggest exporter of everything. In this article, I'm going to quote it. This is what it says. China once devoured half of U.S. soybean exports, worth $24.5 billion at their peak, and was a key market for Milo, also known as grain sorghum, particularly from Kansas and Missouri, which rank among the top producers nationally. Now those two markets have collapsed. As of early October, China has brought 0 new crop American soybean or Milo bushels, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Soybean exports to China fell 39% in volume and 51% in value through July, while year-to-date totals down over 75%. Milo exports, heavily reliant on China for 70% of U.S. shipments, have also plummeted similarly, with Kansas facing a $200 million revenue hit. Overall, farm shipments to China have dropped more than 50% in 2025's first halves. China's strategy is twofold. Economically, it fortifies non-U.S. supply chains, pumping billions into Brazilian ports and rails. Politically, it targets Trump's rural base, exploiting tariff fatigue. Chinese state media hints at mirror measures like hammering soy, Milo, corn, pork, red state staples. The irony stings. Many farmers in Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa backed Trump's 2018 tariffs, hoping for fairer trade. 7 years later, they're collateral damage. Record 2025 yields boosted by biotech crash against export losses, squeezing average American household incomes by $2,400 annually because of high prices. Trump's possible $10 billion U.S. farm bailout, echoing the $28 billion from his first term, is a band-aid, not a cure. Subsidies cannot reclaim markets. China's contracts now tied to Brazilian infrastructure, locking in a southward tilt. Even if tensions ease, U.S. soybeans and Milo will never regain the 25% export share, according to industry estimates. Worse, the tariff spiral threatens broader economic ripples. Higher costs from disrupted supply chains raise food prices, with soybean oil up 8% since July and Milo-based feed costs climbing. Urban consumers are feeling the pinch while rural producers absorb the blow. This fuels inflation, undermining Trump's economic narrative. Diversifying to EU or Mexican markets while promising yields only $3 billion in new contracts drops in a bucket compared to China's $12.6 billion void. Without course correction, the policy risks uniting urban and rural content, a rare and volatile coalition. Now, so pretty much the whole thing is this. He ain't learned anything. Racism is costly, people, and we understand this. And now that the rural people are getting the pinch, they're probably going to blame China more than Donald Trump. They can't blame their godfather because, well, you know what? He's the untouchable one. He's the one that you cannot criticize. So, you know what? They went big for him, and he is taking a sledgehammer to every single part of the economy because, well, let's face it, we knew that he wouldn't. We knew that he would, and we knew that he was going to go ahead and just do whatever the heck he wanted. And tariffs, honestly, the executive branch should not be able to even slap tariffs on anything. It should be an act of Congress. But Congress is too cowardly to go to actually do something about it and plummet them to zero. See you soon.